Hey everybody, welcome back to The Comments with me, Kelela Cortez. In this episode 4 of The Comments, we are going to be talking about episode 5 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 10. At the end of the last episode, we of course ended on the big fight between Kyle and the rest of the ladies. Everything's going crazy. She thinks that everybody thinks she's a lesbian. It's a moment. She's crying. She stormed off. Cue the goodbye Kyle track, mama.
Goodbye, Kyle!
Now let me tell y'all something. Miss Sutton starts off this episode with an attitude that we have never seen before. I always say she's always trying to be that good Southern woman, but not today, honey. She is ready to come for these women's throat.
I thought I was at Wild Things house. Maybe not.
I say it like that. That's not nice. Shut up.
Okay.
I'm on a camel.
Oh my god.
Just like Dorit says, of course Teddy is running after her friend. Now I will say, I think it's a little weird that the ladies are so obsessed with critiquing how friends act. It's like in the normal world, when you're not a Beverly Hills rich woman, friends should go after each other if they're upset. Even if they disagree with them, they should still go check on them. Like I'd be pissed if Repro didn't come with me to the bathroom as I'm calling or there's somebody ragamuffin out here in the streets, okay? To be completely honest, Teddy is absolutely right about the situation. Like when someone's upset, just don't keep pressing it, don't keep asking questions, because all they're gonna do is get more upset. However, I do live for the other ladies because that's what we watch this television show for. It's for the drama, and they're basically saying, no girl, if she's crying, we're gonna make it worse, which makes sense for Real Housewives, okay? Overall, at the end of the day, at the end of this party, we have gathered that Kyle is a little crybaby whenever the situation is not going her way, which is very normal for Kyle Richards. However, the other ladies are not going to let it slide this time, honey. In this next scene, we get to see Lisa Rinna's daughters prepare for their new fashion line, DNA the brand. All of the ladies will be going to the release party later on in the episode, so we'll get to see a little more of the brand later. However, it is duly noted that they did share my Instagram post this week on their page, although I'm an idiot and accidentally covered up the promotion for this show.
So watch the comments every single week on Tuesday before the premiere of the next episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 10.
Okay, so the little lunch, happy hour break with Erica and Denise comes up next. Let's get into that a little bit. I am gagged that Erica Jane talks about Aaron's arms because we're all talking about Aaron's arms, so you might as well be relatable to the kids. Am I right? Secondly, I am still confused why Denise is so upset about the way people talked at her dinner party in front of the kids. First of all, you should not have invited the kids and their friends to a dinner party where you're filming The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Just seems like you're asking for trouble, but then again, maybe that's a production thing, who knows. But second of all, the kids literally said they didn't care that they talked about it. And it's like, I understand that you don't want other moms to think you're crazy, but the other moms already know that you're Denise Richards, ex of Charlie Sheen. Girl, you're fine. Now, this is where I'm going to stop everybody in this episode because this is the exact problem. Why is Kyle the only one that can be the greatest mother or trying to do the greatest things and the most work and everything? It's like, girl, everybody, y'all live in Beverly Hills. Everybody is working their ass off to get somewhere. Goodbye, Kyle. I lived with the ladies said we are going to bring fashion, every single one of us, to this launch because they know Delilah Bell and Amelia Gray have the motherfucking fashion.
House down, boots, mama.
So they had to look good. And they do look good. Not Kyle trying to plan a trip with everybody after she's been a full-on total bitch. I don't understand. Like, girl, you need to pick and decide who you want to be friends with and who you don't want to be friends with, or at least do better at being fake.
I'm gonna freak the out.
No. Here goes Dorit being classic Dorit, making something out of nothing. Now, I will say, Sutton is crazy. She's an odd duck. She has a lot of issues. However, in this moment, all she was saying was there's someone there that she doesn't really get along with. You could tell that by just her saying, oh no, he's here. It's like deducing down the facts that are being given to you, mama, and taking context clues and using them, and not turning them into this, oh, I don't know what she's capable of. She's not gonna fucking, like, I don't know, flip tables in the place over the dude. Now, we are at the DNA launch, which I'm so obsessed with. I love this brand. Turns out the guy Sutton was worried about is not even there. So, cut to later when Dorit brings it up again, it is just too much for me. It's like the dude wasn't even there. She's fine. Leave it alone, girl.
What is wrong with you?
Now, honey, we are headed to, once again, another dinner of a lifetime here on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, where all the drama happens. Can you tell I'm excited, Mama? Now, let me say, I understand the frustration of someone saying I'm gonna flip out alone, by itself, secluded as one statement. However, she said other things that would make you deduce that it wasn't that big of a deal. So, girl, this is classic Dorit, like I said earlier, where she uses pieces of information, brings them all together because she's very aware of how the show is filmed now, and she uses it to her advantage. Lisa should have never treated her friend that way. Around this group of ladies that you brought her into, she should be able to have a moment where you say, girl, whatever has happened is beyond us. It doesn't matter anymore. Calm it down. I'm not going to let these people attack you. But it didn't happen because, as we see, she gets attacked. And I totally understand why Sutton is crying. I would have cried too. Because it's like, girl, I didn't mean what you're trying to make what I said mean. And you need to calm down because it's not that serious. And here you have everybody in this group mad at me. It doesn't make sense. Now, Kyle has been very good the past few seasons of picking up friends along her way of losing it. She got Sutton now, Mama. And I also understand why Sutton's crying because it does really feel like Dorit is getting a kick out of this. Like, she enjoys making Sutton upset. It's really weird. She's like smiling, she's bringing up, it's weird.
Sutton.
And not all these euphemisms, these fables, these stories, these tales from Miss Sutton, honey. I live. She said, let the mouse go. You've had your fun. Let the mouse go. But the biggest gag is Lois cracking up over the whole situation. She's really confused. Okay, now Denise Richards has used this time, has reclaimed her time to bring up the fact that Kyle is a little bitch-ass hoe. And just like that, everything has become about Kyle at this dinner now. Can you imagine? It's old news, Kyle, old news. But let me tell you something. Denise Richards said, once again, I'm gonna be heard. And she basically lets Kyle have it. She tells her to be quiet. She says she talks too much. She says she talks over people. She says she's condescending. She talks down to people. Every single thing you can think of. Which, in hindsight, it could be payback about the ragamuffin comment that she didn't even know about, but she deserves it. Kyle, you deserve it. And then the best moment that will probably come out of Real Housewives of any franchise of all time is when Miss Denise Richards says,
I am f***ing Denise Richards, Kyle.
because she really is Denise fucking Richards. It's like, girl, don't y'all try to come for me. I did y'all a favor by being on this motherfucking show, okay? Now, I will say that it is odd to see Denise Richards go the fuck off on everybody. However, you can only take so much. And it's like, Miss Layback is no longer here. So, Miss Erica, keep pressing down your wig and get prepared for it. Thank God that Lois is there to once again give great advice to the ladies of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because clearly they need it. And she's right. At some point, none of this is going to matter. Last year, all we talked about was Lucy Apple Juicy, and here we are not even knowing is anymore. Ooh, girl, that is the end of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 10, Episode 5, and I am super excited to see what happens from here on out, bitch. Thank you guys so much for watching The Comments with me, Kelela Cortez, where we review and recap the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 10 every single week on Tuesdays, right before the episode premieres the following Wednesday. Subscribe to my YouTube channel right here, and then also provide any comments that you may have right below, and then I will talk about them next week. And we'll see you next time right here on The Comments with me, Kelela Cortez.